So welcome, and we'll begin by going inside and just taking a few moments to be present with ourselves. So feel free to close the eyes or just cast the eyes downward slightly and begin that rich journey inward, dedicating this practice for the benefit and good of our children, for the benefit and good of all beings everywhere. And as we journey inward, we can bring with us a spirit of care and kindness. Even practicing relaxing into the inherent compassion that is there within us already, even if we're not in touch with it. And from this calm and curious and compassionate presence, beginning to gently turn towards our emotional lives. Not with a spotlight, not with a feeling of being a detective trying to figure out where these emotions came from, but with a gentle, compassionate, curious presence. And just taking a few moments to be with any emotional experiences that are there in our hearts, just as they are, without needing to be any different than they are. Just taking this opportunity to imagine allowing your heart to speak to you. And you could even imagine just gently holding the query. What is it that you've been feeling, dear heart? I'm here for you now. I'm listening. Show me all that's there that you've been feeling. And then just take a few moments to let your heart speak to you through words or imagery or energetic tones. And just practice simply listening to your heart song. Dear heart, what is it that you've been feeling? Dear heart, what is it that you're feeling now? Sometimes our hearts will show us scenes of recent events that have stirred emotions in us. We don't have to go into the details of those scenes or try to figure out how to resolve them better. Just looking into the heart of the matter. Oh, there was some feeling there. Just feelings. They're just feelings that were activated in those moments. And they're still there in my heart, swirling around in my heart, lingering there, needing my loving attention and care. It's taking a few more moments just to invite the heart's feelings forward, letting the heart know that you are able to see the heart and hear the heart's feelings. There's a capacity you're tapping into that can easily hold it all. And then just taking a moment to imagine offering the same spacious presence to our children. Just beginning to shift our awareness towards our children, saying to their hearts from this compassionate, spacious place, part of us that we're probably not always in touch with, of capacity for being with their big feelings. Just relaxing into that place of curiosity and care and calm compassion, and saying to our children and their hearts, show me what you've been feeling. I'm in a place right now where I can see that and hold it easily. And just allow images to arise of moments when your children have been going through emotional moments. Just practice resting in this compassionate spaciousness that can easily hold their emotional material with grace and ease, right there for them, bearing witness. Again, inviting them, show me. Show me all that's moving through your heart right now with all that you're going through. And feel free to reflect back, and I see you. And that makes sense to me. And I love you just the way you are, even with all of these big feelings moving through your heart. Just take a moment to see if there's anything you'd like to communicate to your own heart or your child's heart from this place of compassionate care and curiosity. Then you can begin to bring this to a close for now, knowing that this relationship between you and your own heart, between you and your child's heart, will continue on, even as we close the meditation. And begin to shift the awareness to the breath, feeling free to deepen the breath, maybe bringing the right hand to belly, the left hand to chest or heart. And exhale fully, pressing the belly in, exiting the air out through the nostrils. Inhale, slowly expanding belly, rib cage, collarbones rise. And exhale, collarbones lower, chest lowers, belly deflates. And take another deep breath in, and at the height of the in-breath, pause for 2 heartbeats. Just sensing what 2 heartbeats might be like if you can't actually sense it. And then exhaling, and at the base of the long, slow out breath, see if you can pause for 2 heartbeats. And again, just whatever your hunch is of what 2 heartbeats might be like. And continue. At the height of the in-breath, pause for 2 heartbeats. At the base of the out-breath, pause for 2 heartbeats. So you're connecting with your heart. You're listening to the heart space. Even if you can't hear it, sensing it. Good. A few more rounds. Pausing for 2 heartbeats at the height of the in-breath and at the base of the out-breath. Good. And after the next long, slow exhalation, you can return the breath back to normal. And feel free to unite the palms together in front of the heart or hands on the heart. And as we journey through our yoga practice together today, we'll do so with the intention on turning towards and being with our feelings. Cultivating that capacity to turn towards and be with the emotional life. Starting with ourselves and extending this to our children. And then offering this to our children and feeling an increased capacity to be with our own feelings. It goes both ways. This is how our children help us grow, even in our hearts. So in honor of this, feel free to bow the head humbly to the openness of the heart. And just take a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests deep, deep within you. And take a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests within your children. See that light within them and bow to it. Acknowledge that light, that resilient spark of life. And take a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests within all beings everywhere, without exception. No matter how clouded in darkness or ignorance or despair, that light is still there within all organic things, within all living creatures. Good. And then you can bring the hands out in front, cupping the hands out in front, bringing the head back to center. And then from here, we'll spread the arms out to the sides, hugging the elbows into the side body a little bit as we squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other behind us, lifting the head, neck, and chest, opening our hearts, and just inviting all that's there to come forward into the warm embrace of your compassionate heart right now. Sending a little invitation, a warm welcoming to all of the emotions that are swirling through your heart, to come into the light of your compassionate presence. And take a nice deep breath in, shining that loving presence on them. And then exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, invite the arms out in front, and then you can interlock the thumbs, rotating the palms down. Pull the thumbs apart from each other, bend the elbows out to the sides and up, and tuck the chin. And just take a few deep breaths here, diving forward. And just imagine diving into a pool of energy, a sea of compassionate presence. And we can be rocking our hips back as the arms come forward for a nice stretch to the back, a nice forward bend, a rounding of the back. Good. And then rotate the palms up, bend the elbows out to the sides, bring the arms back. Inhale here, opening to all of the emotions that are within us. And exhale, dive the arms forward, diving into a sea of compassionate energy. Inhale, opening our arms and hearts to all that's there within us. And exhale, diving into that sea of compassionate energy, and continue at your own slow breathing pace, feeling free to adjust this movement in any way that helps you, and that helps your body today. Just sending the message that all emotions are welcome. It's like the saying, no child left behind, no emotion left behind. They're all welcome here. And after the next full round, you can pause. Good. And we'll transition onto the mat, so feel free to transition onto all fours. And coming down onto all fours, hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. And then you can round the back, tucking the tailbone under, opening the back body, opening the shadow side of the heart, where we tend to cast into darkness all of those emotions we don't feel like dealing with, but are important for us to turn towards and be with nonetheless. At our own pace and time, with support often. But we can let them know that we care about those emotions too, even if we might not be fully present with them right now. And then lifting the head, neck, and chest. Pressing the hands down and towards the knees, opening the front of the heart, the light side of the heart. Opening to all of the joy and delight and awe. And take a nice deep breath in to all that's there, even if you're not in touch with it right now. And exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, opening the back body, the back of the heart. And continue at your own pace with one continuous flow of breath, acknowledging the front side of the heart and the back side of the heart, the light and the dark, the pleasant and the unpleasant emotions. All part of the same rainbow of feelings that create beauty. These feelings that are truly beautiful and all healthy to feel. It's when we start to block our feelings. It's when we begin to find ways to stop our feelings that they build up and start to rebel and cause more problems. But emotions in and of themselves are healthy and natural and even beautiful. So after the next full round, you can lower the buttocks towards the heels, forehead towards the earth, and just pause here in extended child's pose. Just allowing the heart to settle into the warm skin of your own lap. A soft place for the heart to land. Just take a few deep breaths here in child's pose, feeling that you're supported by Mother Earth. And feeling that support, you can soften open a little more, trusting in the support of Mother Earth. You can just relax into who you are and how you feel, just as you are right now. Feel how she holds you, just as you are right now. That just as you are right now is enough to be held by dear Mother Earth.
Take a nice deep breath into that sentiment. And a nice sigh through the mouth. Good. Deep breath in. And a nice sigh through the mouth. Deep breath in. And a nice sigh through the mouth. Good. Extend the arms forward. Shift the weight into the hands, coming up onto all fours, and then melting the hips forward towards upward dog, bending the elbows a little bit so we don't hyperextend. And either staying here or you can lift the knees up. If that causes any discomfort in the low back, just lower the knees back down. And take a few deep breaths, opening the heart here. Opening the heart. Opening to all of the feelings that are flowing through the heart in this moment. And take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, press back either into child's pose or downward facing dog, your choice. That's it. And with a breath, inhale, come forward and up into upward dog, opening the light side of the heart. And exhale, press back into child's pose or downward dog, opening the back side of the heart. And continue at your own slow breathing pace, responding to your own internal rhythms, adjusting whenever needed or desired, really deeply listening inwardly. That's it. And after the next full round, you can pause, eventually resting either into downward dog or child's pose. And just taking a moment to integrate. Just some space to integrate the experiences and let them settle, to shine some awareness on them. Emotional integration is deeply healing for the brain and the body. Take a nice deep breath in, and a long sigh through the mouth. Good. And if you're in child's pose, you can bring the arms alongside the legs and lift the torso up. If you're in downward dog, you can walk the feet forward towards the hands, and we'll lift the body all the way up to standing. Standing near the front of the mat, taking those courageous steps forward. And then really bringing some of the awareness to the feet where we're connecting with the earth, with this solidity beneath us, this sense of holding and groundedness that we can tap into. Especially when there's a lot that's swirling around in our hearts, it's helpful to draw some energy down into the body, down into the feet, and let ourselves feel held and supported by the earth, just as we are. And then from there, drawing that earth energy as if we could draw the vitality of the earth and the nutrients of the earth up into the legs, into the spine. Feeling the heart blossoming open, shoulders moving back and down. And unite the palms together in front of the heart. And just take a moment to acknowledge your heart and the strength of heart that has helped you make it through all that you've been through. And the resilience that has come from all of those hardships and heartbreaks. And then extend the arms forward and up and back, and just take a few deep breaths here, opening your arms wide to all of those experiences that have helped your heart grow. Most of them emotional experiences. So opening up to those emotionally challenging experiences that have helped your heart grow. and expand and deepen compassion for yourself and others. And take a deep breath in and exhale, bow down, bending the knees for the first forward bend of the day for a humble bow. Relaxing arms, relaxing head and neck, bowing down to the heart, bowing down to its capacity, bowing down to its power. And then also taking a moment to tune into the body and feeling the sensations that are there to feel in the low back and behind the legs, the hamstrings, behind the knees. Being able to be with the sensations in the body is of incredible importance in terms of being able to be with our feelings, because feelings tend to come with sensations. So really acknowledge the capacity you have to feel the sensations in the hamstrings, to feel the sensations in the low back. Just brushing those sensations with awareness. Just sensations. They're just sensations. Good. Bend the knees, fingertips in line with the toes. Step the left foot far back. Left knee can be raised or lowered, your choice. And then lift the heart open triumphantly. Sometimes we want to close the heart and retreat away because we've been hurt. All of us have felt that. None of us are invulnerable to those experiences. And Joyce and Barry Vissel say, the highest commitment one can make is to not allow the heart to permanently close. So it's okay if we shell up a little bit like a turtle and guard ourselves and protect ourselves in certain situations or circumstances or environments that we feel are toxic to us or non-empathic. And the highest commitment we can make is to not allow that heart to permanently close, to find safe spaces like these where we can open our hearts again. So lifting the heart triumphantly, take a nice deep breath in to its strength and resilience, and exhale, step the right foot back, either into plank pose, which is the most demanding, downward dog like an upside down V shape, or you can be on all fours for more gentleness, your choice. We'll be here for some time, so you can also shift between them. Just celebrating, bowing down to the heart's strength and resilience. Its capacity to feel what's there to feel. Good. And from here, you can come forward and up, either Ashtanga Pranam or slithering forward, or Chaturanga into upward dog if you know what that means. If you don't, just let it go. And then tucking the chin and lifting the back of the head up here in Cobra. And just like there are pleasant and unpleasant emotions, there are high and low days, we can move with the breath up and down symbolically. So inhale, lifting head, neck, and chest with rising. And exhale, lowering it down a little bit with falling. Inhale, lifting up a little bit with rising. And exhale, lowering down a little bit with falling. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Good. And after the next full round, you can pause. Pressing the hands down, lifting the hips up high, downward facing dog. And just bringing some awareness to the calves, bending one knee, pressing the opposite heel down, and sensing those sensations in that calf. Integrating those sensations, bathing awareness on those sensations, those signals from the body. And then switch, taking a moment to take in those signals. Just like sensations from the body are signals to us, our emotions are signals to us, like messengers. And it's so helpful for us to be able to turn towards the emotions and glean the message from them that they're carrying to us. As Rumi refers to them as guides from the beyond. They're guides, they're messengers for our lives. You can switch again if you'd like. You can keep alternating slowly, one heel down and then the other. And if you get tired, you can always go on to hands and knees or rest in child's pose. I know this is a lot for the arms and shoulders, so keep tuning into the body and honor its signals and cues. Good, and then eventually look between the hands and step the left foot forward between the hands. Right knee can be raised or lowered down. Lifting the head, neck, and chest. Opening the heart triumphantly to this new day of life. This new opportunity to shine love on all that we find within us, on all that we find within our children, even though we will need to set limits for them, even though they need us to set clear limits for them. And we can set those limits with love and care and kindness. It was such a revelation to me when my mentors taught me and just said it out loud. Boundaries don't need to be set harshly. It was just like, really? I really didn't know that. Honestly didn't know that. So I feel so grateful that I learned that so early on in my parenting journey, that limits can be set with love, and they're actually more effective that way. We don't have to be loud and scary to be effective in our limit setting. So this is a new day, a new opportunity to shine love on what we find within us and within our children, including limits that need to be set. So take a nice deep breath into that, digesting that a little bit, integrating it. Yeah, and then exhale, step the back foot forward to meet the front foot, bowing the head down, tuning in. And just enjoying this opportunity to be with yourself as you are. With these sensations, these thoughts, these emotions moving through you. Feel how Mother Earth is holding you in all of that, just as you are right now today. Swami Satchidananda says, practice accepting yourself just as you are right now today, with the willingness to change and grow. Good, and then from here you can extend the arms forward, lengthening through the low back, lifting the torso up, lifting the arms up, bringing the arms out to the sides, opening up, arching back, taking a few deep breaths, welcoming all that's there within us, the wide open arms. It's a full open embrace of all that's there within us, seen and unseen, known and unknown. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, unite the palms together in front of the heart. And moving more fluidly with the breath, exhale here. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, opening your heart wide. And exhale, bow down to all that's there, moving through your heart today. Inhale, right foot back, lift head, neck, and chest, opening the heart to what's there inside. And exhale, left foot back, downward dog or plank pose. Inhale, come forward and up, opening the heart to the emotional life. And exhale, bow down to it in downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lift the heart open, celebrating all the emotions that move through you. And exhale, left foot forward, bowing down to them humbly. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, a wide embrace for the emotional life. And exhale, palms to the heart, acknowledging it. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, a wide embrace of the feelings that move through you, and exhale, bow down to them all equally. Inhale, left foot back, lift head, neck, and chest, opening the heart. Exhale, right foot back, bowing down, celebrating and honoring them. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, bowing down to the emotional life. Inhale, left foot forward, lift the heart. And exhale, right foot forward, bow the head to the emotions. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening the arms wide to embrace the emotional experiences. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, embracing your emotional life. And exhale, bow down to it humbly. Inhale, right foot back, lift head, neck, and chest, opening the heart to the day. And exhale, left foot back, bowing down to the heart's experiences. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lift the heart open, honoring the emotional experiences. And exhale, left foot forward, bowing down to them. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, open the arms wide. And exhale, palms to the heart. And pause here. And just take a few moments to integrate. Maybe placing hands on the heart, tuning into the heartbeat once again, feeling its rhythm, its strength and power and vitality. This courageous, deeply loving heart of yours. Just integrating. Yes. And then taking a moment to bring our children's emotional lives into foreground of our awareness. And as we move through this next series of sun salutations, really acknowledging the importance of our honoring their highs and their lows. So often we try to rob them of their lows. We want to fix or solve things so they don't have to feel the lows, but the lows are so important for their development and for their deepening resilience. So as we move through this round of sun salutations, really feel the sense of honoring our children's highs and lows, their heights and their depths, their light and their shadows. All so important that we honor and don't try to take it away from them. So here we can exhale fully, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, opening to our children's heights. And exhale, bow down, honoring our children's depths. Inhale, left foot back, lift the heart wide, opening to our children's heights. And exhale, right foot back, bowing down to the dark side of our children's emotional lives. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog, opening to the joys. And exhale, bowing down to the sadness and grief and longing in our children. Inhale, left foot forward, lifting head, neck, and chest, opening to the front side of our children's hearts. And exhale, right foot forward, bowing down to the shadow side of their hearts. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening to our children's emotional lives, just as they are. And exhale, palms to the heart. Pausing here, once again, taking a moment to integrate. Notice what's coming up for you as you move through an embodied practice of opening to the wide range of your children's emotional experiences. Good. And then from here, we can release the arms down and then step the left foot back. Right foot stays forward. You can walk the right foot out to the right a few inches. For warrior one legs, left toes are pointing out to the left at about a 45-degree angle. We're kind of swiveling or spiraling the thighs outward so that they don't collapse inward. So we're spiraling the thighs outward. Left hip is forward, pressing left pinky toe down, pressing the left knee back. Right knee is above the ankle, and make sure you can see your right big toe. So we're setting up our foundation. So we can imagine our child having a big emotional experience before us. And what we want to do is first establish our ground, our foundation, our roots. We anchor, like, okay, they're having a big upset. It could easily throw me off. I could yell at them, I could send them away, I could tell them they're bad or they're too much. But I'm going to first anchor, ground, root. Find my connection to something bigger than myself, Mother Earth. And from there, I can draw some energy up into the hara, the dantian, the belly, and just taking a moment to tap into my own power up inside the solar plexus region, my own capacity, so I'm feeling more empowered and not defeated. We can so easily collapse and feel defeated by our children's big feelings. So finding our empowerment here so we can stay calm and steady. If we're disempowered, we can't stay calm, right? So grounded, rooted, empowered. And then coming up into our hearts, that's when we can feel the compassion. When we're feeling safe, grounded, rooted, connected, empowered, then the heart can shine on our children in their emotional moment. Then we can lift the arms up and open the fingers wide as an extension of the heart and its light. So just taking a moment, imagine your child in their emotional moment before you. You're staying steady and calm and open and connected to them. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, straighten the front leg, hinge forward from the hips. Maybe the arms go out to the side as you bow down to them and this emotional experience they're having. If you need the hands for steadiness, hands can come onto the thigh, shin, ankle, or floor. Perfectly fine. Bend the right knee, lift the arms up. Start with the feet and the legs. Find your rooting, your connectedness with the earth. Belly center, solar plexus. Heart center opens. And then we can also speak, from the throat. We can start to speak. I see you. I hear that. I understand. That makes sense. I'm right here with you. We can speak from this compassionate place. And the third eye, we can have insight. We can see that these emotional experiences will help them grow. This insight, this wisdom that can come from their emotional experiences. Instead of being afraid that these emotional experiences are too much for them, coming from a place of deeper wisdom around this. They need these emotional experiences to grow their heart stronger. So take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, hinge forward from the hips, bring the arms out to the sides, bowing the head down. Bowing down to them in their emotional moment. Bowing down to their capacity, whether they can know it or not yet, their capacity to be with these big feelings. Bowing down to our capacity to be with their big feelings as they feel them. Good, and with the breath, moving between these two positions. Inhale, lift the arms up, bend the right knee. And exhale, straighten the right leg and bow down. Inhale, bend the right knee, lift the arms up, tapping into your compassionate presence, this empowered place. And exhale, bowing down to their emotional moment. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Feeling ourselves calm, confident, empowered. As we connect with them and their big, strong feelings as they come through. Good, and after the next full round, you can pause in the forward fold. Feel free to bring the hands onto the leg, shin, floor, whatever feels best to you. And then some of us will stay here. Others are going to shift the weight into the right leg and begin to lift the left foot up a little bit or a lot. My leg doesn't lift very far here, so it's perfectly fine if yours doesn't either. Just exploring a little bit of a balance there, this dynamic process. And then you can bend the left knee and pull the left foot next to the right. Bend both knees and roll the back up. And then you can inhale, shoulders forward and up. And exhale, shoulders back and down. Lovely. And take a moment to stand tall and integrate that experience. Yes. Great. And we'll step the right foot back, about 2.5 to 3 feet. Maybe move the left foot over a little bit like it's on a railroad track. Right toes pointing out to the right at a 45-degree angle. And then begin to spiral the thighs outward as you bend the left knee. Press back through the right knee, back through the right pinky toe. Spiraling the thighs outward so you can see your left big toe. And then we practice. This is the emotional practice here. A psychological practice of grounding, of setting up our roots and foundation. So imagine your child having a different kind of emotional experience, maybe something that they've been through recently that was hard. Maybe they're angry, maybe they were hurt by someone, maybe they're fed up with this lockdown, they don't want to do online learning. Whatever it is, just imagine them before you. And then ground once again, reroot, recenter, anchor. It's like dropping anchor. Our children are tossed at sea, so we need to drop anchor. And then from here, drawing the energy up into the belly, the place of the womb, this incredibly rich creative center, opening to all of creation, not just the pleasant stuff. Our wombs hold it all. And then from there, the solar plexus, feeling empowered, feeling a sense of, I can handle this. It's okay to be with this. It's not going to kill me. It's not going to kill my child. I got this. And then from there, then we can come into the compassionate heart. It's well supported by all that's beneath it. And then we can lift the arms as an expression of the compassionate heart. We can spread the arms and the fingers wide. And we can shine love on them. Energy up into the throat chakra, speaking things like, I hear that. I see. I understand. That makes sense. And I'm right here for you. Shining that compassionate presence on them actively, but simply. Phrases that are 2 to 3 words long. Not much content that would take them out of their emotional experiences if we get into our heads too much. So we're just shining simple phrases of compassion on them. Empathic resonance. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, hinge forward from the hips, arms out to the sides, bow the head down, bowing down to their emotional experiences that help them grow, that help them develop resilience for later in life. Good. Bend the left knee, lift the arms up. Inhale here, shining compassionate presence on them. And exhale, straighten the front leg and bow down to their emotional experiences that help them grow. Inhale, bend the left knee, shining loving presence on them as they feel their big feelings. And exhale, bowing down to their emotional experiences that help them develop resilience. And continue at your own pace. Feel free to shift or pause if needed. after the next full round, you can pause and either bring the hands to the thigh, shin, ankle, or floor, your choice. And just taking a moment to integrate. In order to listen to our children well, we really need listeners for us. We need to have places, safe places where we can go to, where we can be seen, heard, and deeply understood, so that we have that capacity to listen to them and their big feelings. And also so that we know that being listened to doesn't make them spoiled, it won't make them spoiled, or it won't increase their need for, emotional offloading. As we're listened to, we realize this isn't a needy thing, this is a deeply healing thing to be listened to. That's often a common fear of parents. Well, if I listen to him when he's emotional, won't that feed emotional behavior? Well, it might feel that way, but that's because he's finally finding a safe outlet to offload his feelings. And that's a really helpful thing for him. So step the back foot forward, or if it feels right, shift the weight into the left foot and lift the foot up. Just got the sense that we were in that pose for a long time, so I wanted to shift out of it for you. Lifting the right leg a little bit or a lot. Just feeling this dynamic process of balancing. We move into balance, we fall out of balance, we move into balance again. There's a lot of wavering and shakiness. It's all part of it. We'll feel that as we're listening to our children's big feelings. It'll be wavy and shaky. That is all for deepening emotional balance. Bend the knee and pull the right foot forward next to the left foot. Bend both knees and roll the back up. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. And exhale, shoulders back and down. Standing tall and open. Good. And just bringing the hands to the heart once again. See if you can feel the heartbeat. Tuning into the heart center. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. And allow for long, slow exhalation through the mouth. Good. And then we'll lay the belly down onto the floor. Laying on the belly. And you can either have the elbows bent out in front with forehead on forearms, or you can have the cheek to the side, whatever feels best to you. And just take a moment to relax, finding something in the body to relax more fully. Good, and take a nice deep breath in, feel the low back rise. And exhale, feel the low back fall. Good, and then you can bring the forehead to the floor and bring the elbows out to the side at shoulder height with the fingertips forward, palms on the floor. And then you can lift the head, neck, and chest. You can lift the arms up and hug the elbows into the sides of the body so we're opening through the chest and heart, fanning the heart open. And lift the legs up, bring the legs about mat width apart, rotate the toes outward, and just take a few deep breaths here, opening the heart, welcoming all that's there in the heart, known and unknown, light and shadow, all of creation welcome in the heart. Take a nice deep breath in, no child left behind, no emotion left behind. And exhale, lower all the way down, forehead down. Good. And with a breath, inhale, rising. Exhale, falling. Inhale, rising, lifting into the pose. Exhale, falling, coming out of the pose. And continue at your own slow breathing pace, offering your heart that same presence, whether it's up high or down low. whether it's rising into the heights of its emotional experiences or diving into the depths. That there is this compassionate presence that can be there no matter what emotion we're feeling. That compassionate presence is always there. We're just not always in touch with it, so the wise ones say. So after the next full round, you can pause and then press the hands into the earth, coming up onto all fours. And feel free to do some cat-cow, or you can do some more organic movements, moving through elbows, hips, head, and neck, which helps to release tension deep in the belly and the psoas muscles. And just kind of swimming through elbows, hips, head, and neck, and shoulders. Good. And then you can lower the buttocks towards the heels, forehead towards the earth. Extend the arms forward and rest inwardly. So feel how Mother Earth just simply holds us as we rest here in child's pose. One of the most beautiful things a mother can offer its child is this kind of holding environment. The ability to turn towards and be with our children, especially when they're hurting or in pain or offloading tension. Sharon Murphy from the Stanford Mothers Symposium once said, "To raise resilient children, we must be mindful of the impulse we feel to step in and fix everything." And we all feel that impulse as a mother. We all want to rescue our children from the pains of their lives. And many children go through incredibly difficult, and different too, experiences that are so hard, truly adverse early childhood life experiences. We can't prevent those from happening, and trying to gives our children the message that we don't believe in their capacity to make it through. So what we can do is shine confidence on them that they can make it through these challenges, that we believe in them. And that comes from simply being there with them in this grounded, compassionate way. So take a nice deep breath in as you tap into that capacity within you, modeled by Mother Earth holding you right now, just as you are. And a long sigh. Good. And then we're going to lift the head, neck, and chest here. And bend the right elbow. And then rotate the right palm up and slide the right arm underneath the left armpit out to the left. So the left hand has stayed exactly where it was. And we're just crossing the right arm underneath with the right palm up. And then you can lower the right side of the head down. So it's not so much of a back stretch as it is a shoulder stretch. So just breathing into the back of the right shoulder. Good. And just breathing into your own capacity to serve as a holding environment for your child. Not a fixing environment, not a solving environment, but a holding environment. The way that Mother Earth is holding you right now. And take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, fully, gently unwind, right arm forward. Bring the back of the left hand to the floor and slide the left arm through. It's a little bit of a different pose than the traditional threading the needle here in child's pose. So bring the left side of the head to the floor, stretching through the left shoulder. And if you need to, you can come up onto your knees and do the more traditional pose if you'd like, if there's not enough space. Or otherwise, just melting the buttocks towards the heels. Just relaxing into your own capacity to serve as a holding environment for your children's emotions. a calm, compassionate, curious listener that reflects back understanding and care. Take a nice deep breath into that capacity within you and slowly exhale. And gently lift the head. Bring the arms forward. And then alongside the legs as we lift the torso up. And we'll bring the legs out in front. Good. And then you can spread the legs wide apart. And bringing the hands onto the earth back behind you. Bending the elbows a little bit to lift the head, neck, and chest. A little bit of a mini back bend. I like to bend my knees when I do this so I can even rock the hips forward. Lifting the chest. A little bit of a mini back bend. Lifting the heart open. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, lean forward from the hips a little bit here. You might keep your hands back behind you on the earth, or you might bring the hands out in front. Either stay here or the hands might walk forward. Feeling free to keep the knees deeply bent like mine are, or you can lower the legs down. And even if there's a lot of flexibility, you could press the back of the knee down into the earth. See what feels best for you. It feels better for me to have my knees bent today. It's helpful to tune in and see what feels good for your body each day. And just taking a moment to tune in this forward bend. And really acknowledge the opportunity we have as mothers of whatever part of the motherhood journey we're in. The opportunity we have to provide our children with a holding environment. Whether they're young adults or older adults or toddlers or teens. We have the capacity at any stage along this journey to shift from a fixing, solving environment, which can rob our children of the challenging work that they need to do to figure out how to run their lives, and shift into a holding environment, which can awaken their resources and internal capacities that they will need for the rest of their lives. So shifting from a fixing, solving environment to a holding environment. Winnicott's term, holding environment. And just take a moment to bow down to your capacity to serve as a holding environment to your children. Take a nice deep breath in and a long, slow exhalation. And gently rise. Good. And from here, we'll lift our arms up, opening our arms and hearts to higher self or higher power, and calling on support from higher self or higher power to help us tap into the holding environment and the compassionate presence within us when we're with our children in their pain, in their challenges, in their anger or overwhelm. Calling on some support for this. And then you can lean back a little bit, spread your arms wide out to the other women practicing with us right now, and maybe some men too. And just offering loving care, loving kindness, and warm wishes that you, the other women in the circle, may shine this compassionate presence on your children, that you may find support to tap into this spacious, compassionate presence within you when your children are in their difficult moments. Good, yeah. And then slowly lower all the way down and hug the knees into the chest as you receive those well wishes from the other women practicing with us right now. It's so sweet. And feel free to rock or just hold. You could be in Ananda Balasana, blissful baby pose, by holding the outer edges of the pinky toes, soles of the feet up to the sky, or just holding the shins as you rock gently. See what feels good to you. Good. And then you can bend the elbows out to the sides. And take a nice deep breath in and exhale, knees to the left, head rolls heavy on the floor to the right. Good. Inhale, knees to the chest. And exhale, knees to the right, head rolls heavy on the floor to the left. Yes, and continue at your own slow breathing pace. Good. Just tuning into the sensations of the body, feeling what's there to feel, sensing what's there to sense. All just guides, messages, signals for us to integrate. Good. After the next full round, you can pause and prepare for final relaxation. So some of you, if you're near a couch or a wall, you could swing the legs up the wall. It's okay to have the buttocks about 6 to 12 inches away from the wall, unless the hamstrings are very, very flexible, and then you can have the buttocks all the way up against the wall. And if the knees are bent on a couch, then the buttocks can be all the way up against the couch if that feels good. Otherwise, just reclining on the back for final relaxation practice. It's helpful to cover yourself with a blanket or warm clothing or socks at this point. And today we'll just take 2 deep breaths, tensing and releasing the major muscle groups to show the body that by contrast, this is tense and tight, and then this is relaxed. And then we'll just practice Shavasana today. So take a nice deep breath in, scrunch up the face, make fists with the hands, point the toes, lift the arms and legs, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing out the tension. Relaxing. Good. This time, inhale, open the mouth, stick out the tongue, stretching the jaw, open the eyes, play fingers, stretch toes, lift arms and legs a little bit. Good. Yeah, closing the eyes, closing the mouth. And just allow the entire body to be deeply, deeply relaxed. Actively relaxing, actively releasing, actively letting go of tension. It's an active relaxation. Very gently inviting the awareness back home to the breath. And take a deep, rich breath in. And a long, slow sigh through the mouth. Then you can bring the awareness back to the physical body, slowly inviting the physical body to awaken. Stretching in any way that feels good. Then you can roll over onto the side, curling up sweetly with yourself. And just take a moment to acknowledge yourself for going inside to practice, for the benefit of your children, for the benefit of your families, and for the benefit of all living things everywhere. Good. And then you can press the hands into the earth and lift the body up. Coming to a comfortable seated position, and I'll come a little closer to you again. So feeling free to put hands to the heart or palms together in front of the heart. And just feeling some of the benefits of these practices. Tapping into this capacity within you to turn towards and be with your own feelings and your children's feelings. And I'll leave you with these words by Beth O'Hannison, a hand-in-hand parenting instructor, who writes, "We all want our kids to seek safe relationships when they feel big feelings, rather than go toward screen time, isolation, food, alcohol, or drugs for self-medication. We all want our kids to seek safe relationships when they feel big feelings, rather than go toward screen time, isolation, food, alcohol, or drugs for self-medication." And to do this, it truly helps if we can shift from a fixing, solving environment to a holding environment, a place where they can feel held in our compassionate presence. In honor of this, in honor of relaxing into this compassionate presence, of grounding and anchoring into it again and again and again this week and throughout our lives, we offer ourselves and each other and all living things everywhere a deep, humble bow and namaste. Namaste.